Hey everyone, it's your buddy Crypto Profit back with another video, and today we're going to be taking a quick look at Stellar Lumens XLM. If we look at the last 24 hours, we are seeing a 35-cent price point on Stellar Lumens, seeing about a 4.7% increase. Taking a look at the last week, we do see about a 4.48% decrease. However, the very big thing to really note is that 34 to 35% increase in the last month. However, I don't think Stellar Lumens has had its big increase quite yet. You know, we've seen a lot of coins from about 50 to 120% of an increase in the last month, definitely with this most recent 24-hour push back up. So I do think Stellar Lumens, like I said, has a lot of space yet to grow. We're going to talk about some of the news regarding Stellar Lumens and also jump into their website a little bit and kind of deep dig into their site about what is coming and, what projects are making big strides. So if we see right now, we do have a $8.2 billion market cap, as well as the volume in the last 24 hours being right around that $617.5 million. Taking a look at Stellar Lumens, you can see that there is, like I said, a lot of volatility. So we actually had a push from 26 cents all the way up to about 41 cents, just to drop back down to 34, to go right back up to 38, and right back down, like I said, to 34. So we are seeing, like I said, volatility in the marketplace. We are going to continue to see that. It is cryptocurrency, that does tend to happen. We do have Bitcoin, though, like I said, coming from $47,000 up to $48,000. So quite a big push for, or really a momentum swing there for cryptocurrency in general, as crypto was down to about 46.5 earlier in the day. Stellar specifically, I do believe is going to do very well in the upcoming months and weeks ahead. So we are going to cover, like I said, a lot of news and updates before we jump into the website. So let's get started. Jumping back over to now Danielle Dixon, if you guys didn't know, CEO and Executive Director at Stellar Development Foundation, or Stellar Org, said, "Let's be clear, blockchain technology is infrastructure, not just a revenue source to fund it. We must put the focus back on the use cases and economic opportunity it enables. The possibilities are limitless if legislation enables innovation to continue." And then that was obviously in response to, by not distinguishing, between the builders of blockchain and just one specific use of the technology, the bipartisan infrastructure deal risks undermining progress in this burgeoning, really, industry. And they, argued by Danielle Dixon, like we said, the CEO of Stellar Org. And I will say, this is a great article if you guys want to do a little bit more research to jump into this for sure. And we actually have this up over here. So let's go back and take a look here. So let's be clear, like we said, blockchain technology is infrastructure, and it talks a little bit more in detail on this specifically. I will say before we jump into this article, though, guys, if you haven't already, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn notifications on so you guys can stay up to date with crypto, obviously relating altcoins like Stellar Lumens, Chainlink, Polkadot, Cardano, XRP, and so many more. So we do see in the recent weeks, the blockchain industry made headlines as it engaged in an intense discussion with lawmakers after a $28 billion crypto tax reporting proposal unexpectedly, kind of became part of the bipartisan infrastructure deal, or BID. Ultimately, the BID language was unchanged, leaving uncertainty for the companies that build on blockchain, especially those that kind of dedicated to its value beyond cryptocurrency trading. Though unsuccessful in their bid to amend the language, many are claiming victory over the industry finding its voice in the negotiations, which that is one thing to really represent, crypto in this kind of a space is absolutely huge. If we can actually get a voice out there and have a voice of reason in some of these discussions, we could see a very good future compared to what we would have without one. So I do want to, kind of give credit to that, but I do want to jump into, without jumping into too much details on this, because we could be here for a long time if we were reading all this, detailed stuff from Danielle. Like I said, guys, if you guys have not already, though, make sure to, jump into this article yourself and kind of deep digger into, or dig deeper. I think I said deep digger, but dig deeper into the discussion with Danielle. And, Stellar is one of those coins that you're going to have to do a little bit of your own research on as well, because there is a lot of kind of hidden information that you may not know about. A lot of big things coming, though, and you see that here. Excited to see Versa Bank and Stable Corp launch the first test of their VCAD DDRs. This is particularly interesting development as the VCADs minted on Stellar are being tested in the real world by engaging actual person-to-person transactions. So you can see that with Stable Corp Inc. talking about big news, closed ecosystem testing of VCAD, the world's first highly encrypted digital deposit receipt issued by Canadian Schedule I bank, Versa Bank, has begun. We can't wait to share more, and stay tuned. So like I said, a very big deal there as well. I will say, guys, I'm not a financial advisor, so always do your own research before investing, as Stellar Lumens, obviously has a lot of volatility, just like any other cryptocurrency. there is going to be volatility in the market. So we do see Stellar as an open network for storing and moving money. And like we said in the beginning of the video, we are going to kind of deep dive into the website here for just about a minute, and then we'll jump into those price predictions. So we do see borderless, limitless, and powerful. So Stellar makes it possible to create, send, and trade digital representations of all forms of money, whether that be dollar, pesos, Bitcoin, pretty much anything. It's designed so the world's financial systems can work together on a single network. They talk about how Stellar makes money better. Obviously, Stellar's API and SDKs are ready to help you transform the world of finance, and the network's currency connections could give even a small company the power and reach of an international bank. And so they talk with just a few lines of code, you can actually make global payment apps, asset exchanges, micropayment services, and so much more. So they talk about how it's designed for developers as well. And they talk about some of the large enterprise companies and companies as small as single dev startups have chosen Stellar. And you can see some of those projects right here, as we have 6 just pretty much full pages of just unique projects making their mark on Stellar Lumens. So obviously a lot of projects that do have long-term futures. We're not going to jump through them all, obviously, but there is some great ones. Lightmint, you have Astrograph. If you go back here a little bit farther, you've probably seen Wire before. And then you have Settle, Smartlands, just OwnBit, Zag, Trezor. So just like I said, a lot of options out there that, Ledger Nano S, you've seen these before. So Stellar doing what they do best, making some great connections. Let's jump, though, back on over to the Stellar Lumens chart. If we give it a quick refresh, we are seeing Stellar Lumens right around that 35-cent mark. We do see about a 4 to 5% increase in the last 24 hours. A lot of people suggesting that we will hit our all-time high by the end of the year, and I would agree with them. I think 80 cents is definitely right around that range that we will be able to hit before the end of the year. I'm thinking 80 cents to $1.20 is within reach by, like I said, the end of 2021. By the end of the bull market, though, I do think we have a chance of reaching actually a little bit farther, maybe $1.50 to $2.25 within that range. Realistically, closer to the $1.50, as I always try to stay on that conservative, realistic price prediction spot. But reasonably, anything can happen. We'll see what happens with Stellar. We'll definitely keep you guys, like I said, up to date through all of it. If you guys have not already, by the way, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn notifications on to stay up to date with Stellar Lumens, like I said, as well as so many other altcoins across the space. I do want to say as well, guys, we just put out a Patreon. So I did just hit 100K subscribers, or we hit 100K subscribers, I should say, because you guys are definitely a part of this. In the last 3 days, we hit 100K subscribers, and I did just create a Patreon for it, and I want to kind of give you guys an opportunity to, if you guys are watching these videos, to get involved before, the spots are taken up. I did just put a limited number of spots because it's only special if a certain amount of people only have these, accessibility to these pre-sales, ICOs, and, just really low market cap coins and picks that I believe are special. And I'll try to give you guys those announcements as soon as I see them, obviously coming to videos, a little bit later on, maybe a day or two after I find those announcements on the Patreon for you guys. So thank you guys again for tuning in. If you want to check out the Patreon, I do have it linked in the description below. As well as before, guys, I do have a Twitter account as well, CryptoProfitYT. Just trying to plug a few things in here before I call it for this video, because Stellar Lumens, like I said, a great coin to actually talk about, but there wasn't too much information to talk about today, honestly. We had, some good updates, but, a lot of information really on Stellar hasn't come out just too recently on their Twitter. We have to deep dive a little bit deeper to find Danielle Dixon talking about some things, but overall, it's just one of those things where it comes down to a complete ecosystem that is already working. It's continuing to upgrade, continuing to update, but we have huge partnerships hopefully coming here in the near future, and we'll get, like I said, keep you guys up to date through it all. So thank you guys again for tuning in. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys all in the next one.